Hey, my little Mohawk artists. I wanted to show you guys this amazing painting that we were going to look at this week in Art Anyhow. And this is by Georgia O'Keeffe. She was an American artist, and this is one of her paintings. Do you notice anything about the colors? It's all from the cool color family. So there's green and blue, and they're pale or dark, but it's only the cool colors. So this is a painting that she made, and I want to show you some more of her artwork. So let's jump in and see what we have to look at this week. So this little picture down here, that's Georgia O'Keeffe. She's an artist who lived out west here in the United States. She was a little grandma and she painted most of her life, making hundreds of paintings. Look how big her canvas was. Okay, so she made these huge, larger than life, really up close and large paintings of mainly flowers, just like this one that you see up above. And here you'll notice it's all the warm colors. I see yellow and orange and red. So this color palette was all the beginning of the rainbow, the warm colors, red, orange, and yellow. And if you look at it, she didn't add in details for the background. It was just up close. Our perspective is like we're a little bee humming around this flower. So it's up super close right in front of us. And that's the point of view, or our perspective, is that we only see the flower. And remember, it's on these huge canvases, so it's larger than life. She made hundreds and hundreds of paintings. These are just a couple I wanted you to see, but they have bright, bold colors. And a lot of times, look, there's only the cool colors or only the warm color family. And sometimes it's pretty much one color. Okay, so when we look at her artwork, you'll notice things are up close. It's like they're magnified. They're very close to us. That's our point of view. And many times her color palette was really specific, just one color or one color family, like the warm colors, or just the cool color family that made up her artwork. All right, so this was our artist and our topic for this week. I want to show you guys the projects we were going to make together and maybe give you some ideas if you're feeling creative today and want to make something from home. All right, these were stations for preschool, kindergarten, and any of my first grade classes that I might have had 2 or 3 times this week. So we were going to make a hyacinth painting. That's this purple flower right here. Using bottle caps and purple paint. You could maybe do this at home. Ask mom first. We're going to draw bugs in a jar because it's springtime and pretty soon all the wonderful creepy crawlies will start coming out again. We were going to practice scissor skills with flower cutting. And I had a couple other activities that we were going to get out. So see if you can find something around your house, maybe with honeybees or butterflies or flowers that you could make. If you're in Canada for me, this year you're going to make birds that look a little bit different. Your birdie has grown up, and we're going to imagine something silly. See this painting over here? Salvador Dali made these exaggerated paintings that were kind of silly. It's like make-believe. He took an elephant, but he imagined they had super long, stretched out legs, and that's what he painted. So it's somewhat real and somewhat unreal, and when we put that together, we call it surrealism. So I'm going to take that idea, and we're going to make birdies that are surrealistic with those really long, silly legs. But there's something else I want you to notice, first grade. Do you see the colors of the bird? And then do you see the colors of the sky behind them? Oh, you're right. Do you see the bird is the cool colors? We're only using green, blue, and violet for the birdie, but the sky, the sunset behind them, is just the warm colors, the beginning of our color wheel. Just like Salvador Dali had this red and orange and yellow. Look at that beautiful sky. that was our goal today. We were going to make a beautiful, warm colored sky, and our birdie was going to have blues and purples and greens. Don't forget those crazy long legs to make him look surrealistic. And I can post a link to this cute little video that would give you an idea about shorebirds that have long legs, not this long, but they have long legs so their beautiful little bellies don't get wet as they run around the shorelines. All right, second grade, you're up next. And today I was going to teach you an art trick all about symmetry and the flower called an iris. At the bottom, you'll see the photographs of real flowers, and maybe mom or grandma or your aunt has this flower planted. They're really popular and they're beautiful violet flowers called an iris. Okay, and we were going to create these today. First, you were going to draw one stem right in the center of your paper using crayon, and crayon was really important so that nothing else sticks to it. Then we're going to draw leaves. And if you look at the picture down here, they have these really long, flat leaves. So we were going to draw leaves around the bottom of our picture, green and yellow. Remember that stem is right in the middle. Then we're going to make art by squishing our paper together to make a symmetrical flower head. And I'll make a video of this at home so you can see it. It's pretty amazing. So you can see on some of these papers that little fold line right down the middle. So once you draw with crayon and you have leaves and you have a stem, fold your paper down the middle, fold, fold, fold. Then you would only paint half of your flower. And I'll try and make a video to post also about that. Only paint half. And then real quickly you would squish your paper, fold the other side over the top, smash it down. When you open it back up, you would have both sides of your iris flower, just like the real ones that are symmetrical. Two sides that look the same. They match. So I'll show you guys a video of this. There's also a really cute little video that we watch after we got the classroom all cleaned up and all the paintings would have been put on my drying racks. And it's called Spring Thing. So I will link that as well so you can watch that. All right, third. Most of them show a very deep variety from pale to dark, almost black in some cases, but her color just kept moving around her paintings from light to medium to dark, and that shows value. Even on yellow, look at this. It goes from almost white to a pale yellow, a medium yellow, bright yellow, all the way to a dark yellow that almost looks kind of dirty or brownish. So we're taking our colors. Last year we drew a flower. This year as a fifth grader, we were going to be inspired by Vincent van Gogh. And this is a very famous painting. You'll notice he took his paint and it was applied really heavy to the canvas. You can see all the brush marks, and that texture helps us to see the change in the color. So most of this painting is yellow with the sunflowers, but if you look, we still see that value scale. Dark yellow, kind of a medium yellow, yellow with a little bit of white added to it. Bright white gives us a sparkle here on the vase that makes it look rounded. So it gives us the illusion of depth and of form. But the amazing thing, my favorite part, are all of these sunflower heads. And you can see some are facing us, some are to the side, others point upward, but look at all the different shapes and textures. They look bumpy, where the petals look smooth and soft. So your goal today was going to be inspired by Vincent van Gogh's sunflowers and create your own project. So we were going to have access to all of my art supplies, and we were going to find different objects to come up with ideas. But maybe you can do something like this at home. So you could find supplies and adhere them together, glue them, maybe make it slightly dimensional. You could just draw, take your crayons, chalk, oil pastels, markers, whatever you have at home, and just draw a set of sunflowers. If you love cutting and assembling, maybe you can find some construction paper and create a project out of paper with different textures made from cutting. You can paint, maybe draw first with a black crayon. Remember that idea of a wax resist. Or you can really get creative and find supplies from around the house, like texture for the sunflower seeds could be black pepper glued to your picture. You can take a tube from an empty roll of toilet paper, don't take the new ones, or a paper towel roll, squish it down and make this perfect shape to stamp all the way around, creating repetition, right? That pattern that repeats itself, the shape repetition of the petals, and you could paint that or color that in. So be creative, have fun. If you get a chance to make a sunflower 5th grade, I would love to see them. You can post them on a Facebook or you could post them on a email to me and I would love to see those. All right, 6th grade, you're up next. Our goal was going to be to make a paper bird and your challenge was to make it stand up on its own. So it could have feet that help it stand up, or it could sit on its little fat bird belly. But your job was going to be to take something simple as flat paper, strips cut into different lengths and sizes, and make something flat, something dimensional. How can you make a sculpture out of only paper? Okay. If you would love to try this at home, go for it. Grab some paper, scissors, and glue, and it will amaze you how quickly you can turn basic shapes into these sweet little springtime birdies. If you have cardboard at home, here's another. We had cardboard in the classroom, so this is what we normally do, but you could take cardboard like an empty box and cut it apart. You could color on it or paint it, add feathers, or you could even make your own feathers out of cardboard to create a bird. Maybe you have an empty cereal box at home, it's thinner, but you could use that as well. That's called box board. And again, your goal was to make them stand up on their own. That was your art challenge with unlimited possibilities. All right, my artists, that was this week in art. If you have a chance to make something, I would love to see it. All right, I miss you guys. Happy creating.